Have a good day. LA Beast here. And do I want to continue to eat really old food items that expired decades ago in the name of human science to find out if these foods really go bad over time? No. Absolutely not. But because I spent way too much money on 3 expired food items from eBay, and because I need a return on my investment, I am semi-excited here today, folks, to try this Jolly Time popcorn from this can, which is copyrighted 1925 and the year 1933, for only $68.19. Together, we're gonna find out if almost 90-year-old popcorn A will pop, and B, if so, my only plan here today is to maybe eat an entire 10-ounce can of almost 90-year-old popcorn. So without further ado, as I have no idea what I'm doing, let's get started. Before we get started, I just had a couple quick notes. And when it comes to me consuming really old expired food in the name of human science, I always try and do as much research as possible for historical purposes before I open up these things and totally ruin the sanctity of the value of these fine museum quality examples of foods from past generations. And in my research, I found it interesting that Jolly Time is a popcorn brand that was founded in the year 1914 in Sioux City, Iowa, and it's Jolly Time is a brand of popcorn still around today, and their headquarters is in the exact same place over 100 years later. Clearly visible on this can are the copyright dates 1925 and 1933, and from the timelines I found, in the year 1925, Jolly Time, which used to put their popcorn in boxes, they actually switched and put their popcorn into these 10-ounce cans for maximum freshness. And in 1932, the volumizing technique was patented by Jolly Time, which allowed each kernel to hold more moisture, and then when the kernels would pop, they would be fluffier, and there'd be more fluffy popped corn per can. And by the year 1942, Jolly Time had changed their logo to a banner with lettering. As you can see from this example, this is a can of Jolly Time from the year 1946. And that same banner logo is the current logo of Jolly Time popcorn here in the year 2025. And if I had to guess an exact age of this specific tin of Jolly Time popcorn, based on the copyright dates and based on the logo change in 1942, this is definitely pre-1942, and I'm gonna say it's from probably early to mid-1930s. So this is pushing 90 years old right now, at the same age as Sally Jesse Raphael, who was a daytime talk show host back in the 1990s. And you know what? I think I'm going to put this can down because my arm was getting tired. Also in my research, I was only able to find one other human being in the name of human science who's consumed really old popcorn. And that would be fellow YouTuber, New England Wildlife, and more, who actually collects and tries old school food items. And he was actually able to find a little thing of popcorn that was well over 100 years old from the 1910s. And as he was cooking the popcorn on the stovetop like they used to do back in the 1910s, things weren't looking promising. After about 10 minutes, nothing was actually happening, and then boom! All of a sudden, it was actually a pretty amazing sight to see. 100-plus-year-old popcorn still in fact does pop. So after seeing this example, you know what, I'm feeling pretty good that my almost 90-year-old tin of popcorn, which is volumized for fluffiness, I'm saying today is going to be a good day. Whether or not is this still good, I'm going to pre-check and say absolutely. And again, you know, nothing has been scientifically proven from this video. And the final note, the one thing I noticed on the back of the can, there is in fact a money-back guarantee. And I know on current Jolly Time products, there is a best if used by date. I believe it reads on their website currently, moisture inside the popcorn kernels will diminish over time, as well as the popping performance. The best if used by date is printed on all Jolly Time popcorn items. The date can be found on the front right side of the bag in the clear area and above the label of our jars. And those words that I just read from the 2025 Jolly Time website, none of those words exist on this specific money-back guarantee, and it states on this can, the popcorn is sealed airtight in a tin to preserve its vital moisture content and matchless quality until you open the package, which I'm going to be doing 90 years after this was sealed. And if a tin of Jolly Time fails to pop perfectly, which I guess it would mean popping perfectly according to the can, that each kernel will be fluffy and delicious, and that each kernel in this 10-ounce can, all of them will pop. I guess it would be perfect. If that doesn't happen, my dealer is authorized to give me another tin or refund my money, and then Jolly Time will repay the dealer. And in this specific case, do I have a dealer No, I don't, as I bought this from eBay, again, for $68.19. It says on the current Jolly Time website, as the oldest brand of popcorn on the market today, Jolly Time strives to produce the most flavorful, fun, and safe popcorn. In order to reach this goal, we go to great lengths to test our products and survey the market, but the best feedback comes directly from customers like you. If something seems off to you, grab your package of Jolly Time and give our support team a call, and it offers their phone number. So if there's the slightest bit of concern that I have as a loyal Jolly Time customer, I'm picking up the phone and calling. So without further ado, let's see what almost 90-year-old popcorn, let's see what the deal is. So without further ado, I have my entire setup here. I have probably a dangerous hot plate that I got for $16 off of Amazon. The second camera angle, it's going to be right overlooking into the pot, as you can see the kernels the entire time. And then I have a checklist off to the side. Is it still good 90 years later? The smell, is it popping, and is it still fluffy? And what is the taste? And you do have to put oil. This is actually canola oil, not pea. I only have one shot here. Okay, once I hit the button, I guess here we go. Let's see together. That's actually amazing. And there's actually a coupon in here as well. In the coupon, which has words on it, there could be a specific date, which is dating these. But let's get the initial smell of popcorn, quite possibly from the 30s. It smells like anchovies. It smells like a burnt, like if you're like on a farm and there's like crops all over the place, like during like Halloween time, there's like wheat and barley. It's like a burnt barley smell to it, but it's not terrible. And it's got like an anchoviness in there. Interesting. Okay, well, there we go. Okay, so we're going to keep the camera rolling. We'll keep this camera rolling. I'm interested to see what this piece of paper says. Wow. Use this handy form to order Jolly Time poppers. This is definitely really old. Like a Jolly Time popper is what you're supposed to pop these things in. The offer is good only in the United States. I'm not seeing any specific other dates on here. So interesting. They've only been making these since they printed this for 20 years, founded in 1914. I'm saying this is from the year 1934. And it smells like burnt wheat anchovies. All right, so I'm going to turn this on. I'm going to speed everything up here. See what this is. That's a lot. That's what the inside of the tin looks like. So I guess, it smells like juice. It's like a juicy anchovy, but it's like it just smells like juice. And now it's burning. If I don't put the oil in here, dickwad. All right, let's just get a little bit of oil. What am I doing? All right, you know what? I added way too much oil. No, I didn't. So it's just something smells off. You know, let's just get the fan on. We're gonna keep rolling here, get the fan on. A weedy, oaty, anchovy juice. I just heard something pop. Okay, at this juncture, I was definitely starting to feel a little bit nervous. It was probably 10-15 minutes had gone by. None of the kernels were popping. And just internally, I knew that I didn't have an extra can of 1930's Jolly Time just hanging around. So, I don't know. I was getting nervous. Didn't know if any of the kernels would pop. I'm hearing it. Like me putting the top on, it's popping. Holy cow, it's popping. Yes! Woo! I'm having 91-year-old popcorn popping all over the room. Oh, scoot. We're gonna put the lid back on. Woo! Yeah! 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 This is a 91-year-old piece of popcorn. Well, allegedly. Holy cow, it's popping. Okay. Yes! Yes! Ah! Holy cow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It looks fluffy. The pieces look fluffy. How is this happening? Because you're cooking it. Wow. That is incredible. It kind of looks like dead bug larvae that you can find up in the attic. All right, checklist. Is it popping? Yes. And is it still fluffy? Yes. Surprisingly, the popcorn is still fluffy. So I will sign off on that. And now the only thing we have left here. That's insane. This popcorn came from this tin of Jolly Time, which is copyrighted 1925 and it's copyrighted 1933. It says guaranteed to pop. This has got to be pushing 90 years old, and I am surprised that I have a pot full of 90-year-old popcorn. Crazy. All right, so you know what? Without further ado here, let's just dump it out onto a plate. This is a tin of Jolly Time popcorn from the 1930s. Oh, whoops. Well, okay, well. Look at that. Look at all that goodness. Unbelievable. Okay, well, you know what? That's not good. Alright, so as I'm getting old popcorn all over the place, I just want to make it clear that, as you can see, and in my professional opinion, not only up close, but as you can see as the audience members, I'm going to have to go ahead and say this is going to be used for documented evidence that this tin did not meet the money-back guarantee. It's pretty amazing that this popcorn still popped, but in my opinion, it is not the perfect pop, as you can see right there. So officially documented. I will be calling up Jolly Time, as you can see right there. Just going to take one photo as documentation, and then the question here: is it still good? Almost 90-plus-year-old popcorn. Let's see here. Without further ado, I am the LA Beast, and I'm about to enjoy some quite possibly right around 90-year-old popcorn. Unbelievable. Here you go. All right. Again, here's an example, a fluffy example piece of popcorn. All right. After all these years, again, I'm not tasting any like rancid, no chemical taste to it. It's just this piece of popcorn right here, or this piece of popcorn, for example. It's just like a unsalted piece of popcorn. Still has crunch to it. Still tastes like popcorn. It's just like popcorn that doesn't have salt or butter. So this is actually pretty amazing. I'm actually amazed. So you know what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna use my spoon. LA Beast, I'm eating 90-year-old popcorn with a spoon. Overall, what do I think about the taste? The taste of this popcorn 100% tastes like popcorn. If humans had to survive the zombie apocalypse, and the only thing on the store shelves were these old Jolly Time popcorns, amazingly, I would say, this hasn't been scientifically proven, human beings can survive the zombie apocalypse on 90-year-old popcorn. It would be a nice, delicious snack, in my opinion. Wow, 100%. This is like a legit product from the 1930s, and I am not tasting anything that would resemble that this was made in the 30s. It tastes like fresh popcorn. All right, so without further ado, now I'm gonna eat half of the pile, and then we're gonna wrap this up. All right, you know what, just for the sake of getting some solid up-close shots, not bad. And again, you know what, according to the money-back guarantee, if a tin of Jolly Time ever fails to pop perfectly, your dealer is authorized to give you another tin or refund your money, and we will repay him. As I'm looking at this, and you would agree with me, this has not been a tin of Jolly Time that has been popped perfectly. So what we're going to do now, as everything is still fresh here, we're going to pick up the phone. Exactly. I think Steve Jobs once said, if you want something done, don't be afraid to pick up the phone and call. And you know what? That's not what he said. All right. I have the Jolly Time customer service phone number. Just going to call, and we'll go from there. But again, I got nervous butterflies, like my hands are shaking. I'm just going to be completely honest, let them know who I am, what I do, and go from there. So... here we go. My hand is literally shaking. Okay. I don't know why I get so nervous doing this. LA Beast here. I just have an inquiry about consuming one of your packages. And here we go.
Good afternoon, Jolly Time Popcorn.
Oh, hi. LA Beast here. I just had a serious yet ridiculous question. I find on eBay like expired crazy food items, one of which is a tin of Jolly Time Hulless popcorn from, it has a copyright date 1925 and 1933, and on the back of it, there is a clear money-back guarantee that if the tin of Jolly Time fails to pop perfectly, like a refund will be issued. And as crazy as it sounds, this popcorn, which is probably from the 1930s, it did in fact pop. I tasted a couple of the kernels and it actually still tasted pretty fresh, which is amazing. And I give your company credit for that. But the popcorn, not all the kernels popped and it did not pop perfectly. Does and will Jolly Time, being that your company is still the oldest popcorn brand on the market today, will you honor this money-back guarantee was my question.
Well, I can't answer the question, but I can put you on hold I want to see if Dominic or Lynette are at their desk. If not, then we'll put you into one of their voicemails. Will that work for you?
That works for me.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Thank you for calling Jolly Time Popcorn, the official snack of happiness. Someone will be with you shortly. Gracias por llamar a Jolly Time Popcorn, la merienda oficial de la felicidad. Alguien estará contigo en breve.
Hey, good afternoon. Thanks for calling Jolly Time Popcorn. This is Dylan.
Hi. I go by the LA Beast, but my name is Kevin. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm okay. I had just called and
What did you say, LA Beast?
the LA Beast. I've done professional competitive eating contests and
Yeah, the YouTube guy.
yes, I make
No way, this is Kevin?
yes,
What?
yeah.
No way. Man, I watch your videos all the time. I've been watching your videos since I was like a kid.
That's amazing. That's insane because
Dude, how can I help you?
what I'm about to say is insane. I went on eBay and I found a tin, it's volumized Jolly Time hulless popcorn, and it's copyrighted in 1925 and 1933, which I cooked up. But on the back of the can, it states there's a money back guarantee. If a tin of Jolly Time ever fails to pop perfectly, your dealer is authorized to give you another tin or refund your money. And I have photos to prove it. Although the kernels did pop, it did not pop perfectly. And I was just calling, being that Jolly Time is still the oldest popcorn brand on the market today, since 1914, will Jolly Time honor this money back guarantee?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Yes.
It's funny because you're not the first person that has called with that. We get a couple of people, usually older people, who have had like a can sitting around unopened for like 60 years, not even kidding, like old cans who actually had a fellow who tried popping it and it popped good for him and he just wanted to call and let us know that it was popping good. I was actually thinking, I'm like, man, I wonder if this guy'd ever be wanting to try some old popcorn of ours and eat some of that and see how it popped up and how it tasted. And so it was like, either you or that guy who does the MREs, one of those guys would probably eat an old can of corn.
Yep, it's the Steve, like 1989 MRE.
Yes.
This is
Man, that's
cool.
crazy.
Yeah, like
Dude, this is a crazy phone call. I had never, ever would have expected you to call us. That is insane, Kevin. Insane. So I'd be more than happy if you all let me know a good mailing address I can send you out some goodies to. I'd send you some coupons. I'll send you some you can use, then I'll send you one extra of each you can frame. So I know you like that kind of stuff.
I appreciate you. I appreciate Jolly Time, and I hope that you specifically, Dom, have a good day.
Thank you, Kev.
All right.
You take it easy. Happy popping.
I will. Heck yeah. Have a good day.
All right.
Later.
See you, man. Bye-bye.
Well, there you go, folks. The Jolly Time folks, specifically Dom at customer service, will in fact honor their money back guarantee from 90 years ago. Heck yeah. You know what? Overall, so far, successful experience. I am a loyal Jolly Time fan. Heck yeah. LA Beast, stay tuned for part 2. LA Beast. If I say that one more time, I'm going to kick my own ass. But, have a good day.